keeping it minimalist, keeping it simple is more important than making things super extravagant. I prefer to cook outside to keep the smells outside. So I have a Cradle Point router, which has an antenna up top, and it broadcasts Wi-Fi in here. So I've been following tiny home YouTube channels for years and years, and then Vanlife kind of just clicked. I was like, oh man, I love vans. Let's do a van. I'm Nick. I live full time in my Ford Econoline. Let me show you around. So this is my kitchen, well kind of. I cook outside actually because I wanted to keep the smell outside and not inside. But this is my sink. Underneath is super simple. Just has two 6-gallon tanks I got from Walmart, super cheap for 16 bucks, with just a little hand pump. I'm gonna upgrade this later, but right now it works really good. Simple and minimalist, I love it. And actually, kind of cool, I have a little collapsible toilet that fits perfectly in here. So when I need to use it, it's there. I've got basically just, my dishes in this top drawer, and all that fancy stuff. Nothing really fancy at all, actually. And then just basically miscellaneous junk, some medical stuff here, cleaners and stuff like that here. And then I've got soaps and other cleaners, a little bit of tequila up top. The baskets have been super handy for food storage, for just everything. You can see my electronics over here. A little USB blender, toiletry bag. It's just like a perfect little setup for me. It's minimalist, and I just absolutely love it. This is the junk drawer. There's nothing fancy about it, but it just has like some batteries and miscellaneous little stuff in there. So I've got a outdoor food prep table that has kind of a recessed spice rack that uses the negative space in the door. Yeah, that's kind of nice for keeping all of this really minimalist and simple and not having anything clutter it. I just wanted it basic, so I like minimalist. It's good. My fridge situation is right here. It's actually really simple, just Dometic. It slides out on the floor. I'm gonna eventually put some sliders under there when I drop the floor, but right now this is what we got, and it works pretty good. So I've got this LED lighting that is underneath here. It's recessed, and it changes colors, and it's just simple LED strips, but I love the accent, and it changes. Purple is one of my favorite colors, so I leave it on purple a lot. Also got a little USB, or a little battery powered speaker, and it works great just for a little bit of some chill music at night and just kind of vibing out. And yeah, so pretty simple setup, but I love it. I lived in McMinnville, Oregon for about 13 years, originally from Bend, Oregon, and I love Oregon. I'm going back for sure for the summertime. It's the best there, although I shouldn't say that on the internet because more people will go, but summertime in Oregon is the best, and so I'm definitely going to be going back. I have an IT business there, and I have a business partner, and he supports me and backs me up and everything. And in my travels, I told him when we partnered that I wanted to travel. That was like my 4-year goal, 4 to 5 year goal. I made it happen, and now I moved out of the house I was in, downsized first to an RV, which was just too big and bulky and not my style. And I'm like more eccentric. I like to have things look cool and be fancy, I guess, but I also like tiny homes. I've been following tiny home YouTube channels for years and years, and it's been something that I really wanted to do. And then Vanlife kind of just clicked. I was like, oh man, I love vans. Let's do a van. And so I got this van. It actually was pretty much mostly converted, and I just kind of like tailored a lot of the things over like 3 or 4 months to my own style. And now I'm using it, enjoying it, and I think keeping it minimalist, keeping it simple is more important than making things super extravagant, because you just want to hit the road and go see things. So just keep it simple and have fun. That's kind of my philosophy. This is my storage for my fabric stuff. So we've got my blankets and miscellaneous different things in here, towels and such. On the other side, we've got all my clothes, just kind of not really super organized, pants, shirts, all the other stuff. So that's kind of just thrown in there. Nothing super special, but it works. It's kind of nice. I can take the keys out, lock it if I ever need. Not that anyone's ever gonna steal my clothes, but I can if I need. I added these RV seats. I got them for like super cheap because they were like at an RV recycling, furniture recycling place. And they're like, oh yeah, we don't have any seats. And I saw them in the corner, and I'm like, hey, what about those? And they were like, oh, you don't want those. They need to be upholstered. But they're kind of shitty, but they're actually super comfy still, and I don't mind them being kind of ugly. Like they're comfy, and when I'm driving down the road with 2 armrests, it's just like boop boop, super nice, and I just absolutely love them. I added a CarPlay stereo, and there's a sub here, which is really nice to have. So we've got some bumps cruising down the road, and yeah, it's a nice, good vibe when you're cruising. This is my dog food. Just have just a normal tote, nothing special, and usually lasts about a month, which is really nice. And yeah, and I just usually keep, I got tons of cup holders here, and then I got a doggy bowl that has, it's on Velcro, and then it's anti-spill, so it can have water in it as I'm going down the road. And my dog can still drink and as we're cruising, because he likes to cruise right here when it's facing the other direction. But yeah, it's, I don't know, I'm really content with it. I love it. I've been doing this van life. I moved in October. It's now, what is it, February now? So, you know, 3 or 4 months, and full time. And it's been an absolute great experience. The adjustment has been super easy for me. I prefer this kind of lifestyle, and just, you know, having simple things, having less, getting rid of clutter. If I don't have, if I have something and I don't use it, you know, for a month or so, I'm gonna get rid of it. Like, it's just not necessary. So I've been downsizing even as I go. I have less stuff than I started with, which was really nice and satisfying. But yeah, fairly new to van life. I plan on doing it for as long as I can. I think this summer I'm gonna plan on going to explore Washington State a little bit more, and then go to Canada, visit some friends, and check out all the cool things there. And just kind of keep on roaming, you know, and especially once I have Starlink, it's gonna make that a lot easier. So yeah, I think this is going to be the lifestyle I'm going to live for several more years. And then eventually I think my goal will be to build a tiny home, or maybe an Earthship or something like that, somewhere in a cool place, and that'll be like a summer destination. And then still I want to kind of travel in the van, but we'll see what happens. I think the van life is a good lifestyle for me, so I'm content, I'm happy, and this is where I want to be. I'm blessed. So this is my bed section. I am stoked with having a full-time bed because there's a ton of storage underneath this. We'll show that later. It's a queen size bed, and there is room to make it a king size, but I actually prefer it being a queen because now I've got little storage cubbies on the side, my trash can, you know, and just a bunch of little things I can throw on the sides. And on the front, as you can see, I have a box fan. I run pretty hot when I sleep, so having a box fan there hooked up is so nice, and I can just stay cool. Laptop bag and just like hiking bag, all these things are hanging on hooks that I added, and just kind of nice, you know, a lot of food hanging up here. Open, easy to see, easy to grab, whatever you want, little protein bars or whatever you want. In here, I have an onboard router. So I have a Cradlepoint router, which has an antenna up top that basically connects to 2 different SIM cards, whichever is the stronger one it'll connect to, and it broadcasts Wi-Fi in here. So I do work full-time on the road. I have an IT company in Oregon, and so I use that a lot. Although being down here in Baja, it's not enough. So I'm going to be switching to Starlink here soon. So that's just kind of been good, but I'm going to switch to Starlink for sure. Battery charger for all my Milwaukee stuff. Printer, which I actually surprisingly have used quite a bit, just for making little projects and little fun things. Backup drive. This is what's called a NAS, so it connects to the network, and I can back up wirelessly, which is kind of convenient. The other side is really nothing special, just a bunch of junk. Another fan because I run hot. Some helmets for my little scooter. I have a scooter that goes on the front. It's a little 2-stroke Chinese like scooter I got for super cheap, and it runs great. So I travel with that and use it. And yeah, my camera and other stuff's up there, nothing fancy. Again, keys, so I can lock this stuff if I'm leaving it. Not that it's gonna actually have that much protection, but it is another layer, so kind of nice. I'm currently in Baja California on a beach enjoying paradise. Last week I went to a van life meet, and my first van life meet ever, and there was probably, I don't know, a couple hundred vans, maybe more there, and it was just an absolute amazing experience, and really made me just realize that the people I'm around here are absolutely the same type of people that I am, and my like the vibe is just so warm and welcoming. It's like a family that I've never had. I mean, I have family, obviously, I love my family, but like, it's just like a cool community that I love being a part of. And my plans are to do van life for as long as I can after we're done here in Baja California for the winter. I'm going to go back north. We're going to go to Oregon and then for a little bit, make some more changes here, probably redo the cabinets in this, and maybe drop the floor to give me a little bit more height. I'm about an inch too tall for the inside here, so I'm going to try and drop it. It's still pretty comfortable though. I like it, but make some changes to the van, and then I'm going to go explore Washington and Canada, and just kind of go with the wind and continue just meet new people and have a good time. So this is my back section. Both of these things are on swing outs, and this is where I cook. I prefer to cook outside to keep the smells outside. I've got this griddle, awesome, works, it fits perfectly in here. I do have a single burner stove, and basically have this cool collapsible pot that works on that stove, and I've got a couple pans and stuff. It works really good. I love it. It's super simple, but it fits outside, keeps the smell outside, and you're in nature and you're good at cooking, so it's like a really good vibe. On this side, I've got my spare tire, Max Tracks, which are awesome. A little Amazon external trash bag. It's kind of really nice to have all my trash outside. And these are both on swing outs. And the bumper was actually custom built by my friend TCF Fab, I should say. And he did a phenomenal job, and all the welds are absolutely perfect, and it just works great. And you can see all of just the craftsmanship is beautiful. So stoked on that. The outside has got a bed liner on it, which is kind of cool. It's a two-tone, tan on the top and black on the bottom. It's actually paint matched on the inside with just paint, which is really kind of neat. And let me show you the garage. So here's the garage. Inside we've got paisley, which is kind of a really cool, I think, Indian-based pattern. It's a whole theme throughout the whole inside here and the headliner in the front. I love that pattern so much. It's just beautiful. We've got my tool set. I'm very mechanical, so I can pretty much fix anything on the road. I've got everything I need to fix everything, or for the most part. We've got 150 feet of extension cord here, so I can plug in and charge my batteries pretty much anywhere. I've got an electric scooter, shoes, a bunch of other stuff in there. Some really cool leveling things that I found on Amazon that actually work really good, and they kind of roll in. I don't know, works really well. I love it. And then the fan that keeps me cool at night, and table and a bunch of other stuff. I got 10 gallons of fuel, vacuum, all kinds of stuff down there. I love having my storage. It's like kind of like playing Tetris, which I love doing, and so it's fun to kind of pack this and make it fit really good. And I have more room to even add some stuff, so it's kind of nice. That's my van. So if you'd like to follow me along, my Instagram is at SBR, as in some bitch racing, _Nick. And that was my old car page that I kind of turned into my travel page now. And I'm on Instagram and YouTube, although the YouTube I'm not doing too much of. I might more in the future, but definitely follow me on Instagram at SBRNick, and I'll follow you back. Thank you, Tiny Home Tours, for checking out my space. I'll see you out there.